Thanks for sticking with us here on Adelante Chicago. Well, Chicago's Latin Restaurant Weeks is back. The 2-week celebration highlights the contributions made by Latinos in the culinary industry. You can experience the full range of Latin American cuisine, including food from Puerto Rico, Mexico, Colombia, and many other regions. Here to explain how you can do all of that without leaving Chicago is Jorge Antonio Estrada. He is the owner and director of operations at El Mariachi Tequila and Bar and Grill here in the Chicago area on Broadway. Nice to have you with us. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So this is exciting because it's not just your restaurant, but it's a string of other restaurants throughout Chicago that are going to be a part of this. What does it mean and how does it help business really long term?
Well, it's a great opportunity to just kind of expose, that culinary talent that, Latino, businesses have, So let the chef just kind of expose a nice little promotion for all the guests, available that are, either local or new guests, But definitely it's a great opportunity.
I bet. And we've all heard of Restaurant Week before, right? Where different restaurants throughout the city are highlighted. But this is specifically for Latino restaurants. And as I mentioned, places like that have Puerto Rican food, Colombian food, Venezuelan food, you name it, you guys have it. So tell me about the range of restaurants that we're seeing and the types of food.
Well, I mean, you name it. There's, like you said, there's a big range of different options. I believe Tanta is one of them that's participating in Peruvian.
Downtown in the River North area.
And then Carnival, which is kind of a mixture of different cuisines, Latin American cuisines. That's another one, but I'm sure there's
I was looking through the list. Azul is another one along the river, so you can go by boat or by car, and they've got great seafood there. So from smaller restaurants to even larger scale restaurants. So I want to talk about when it starts because it's the 16th through the 30th. But not only are you highlighting the restaurants, but it's also really good deals, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we're doing a promotion for both brunch and dinner. It's $34.99. So for dinner, you could choose anything from what you see.
We're going to go through some of these plates in a second.
So it's a three-course menu for $34.99. You get to choose an appetizer, an entree, and then a dessert. And then also for brunch, we do a $34.99 bottomless mimosa brunch, which includes bottomless mimosas for 2 hours as well as an entree for $34.99, which is the best deal in the city.
Yeah, so the idea is to get people to try some of these dishes. If maybe they don't traditionally go out to restaurants, this is an opportunity for them to experience new cuisines.
Correct,
Okay.
definitely.
I want to talk to you about El Mariachi because as you got here, I said, how long have you guys been in operation? Because I feel like I've seen you there for a really long time, the Broadway location, Broadway and Irving. And you have a really interesting story. You guys started 3 decades ago, and it was your dad, and it was sort of handed down. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we started back in 1996. My old man started the smaller location down on Broadway and Roscoe, 3420 North Broadway. And, we all worked together as a family, my mom, my brother, my sister. We all pretty much teamed up and just, when you
helped and made it happen.
Yeah, when you first start a business, you have to just
all
put
hands on deck.
So my father was there 24/7 working hard, doing it all on his own. And we started taking a little bit of responsibilities off his plate until eventually he was able to retire.
Okay, and then you started a second location.
Correct.
Right?
Then we started the second location, which is the one that we're talking about now, 3906 North Broadway, El Mariachi Tequila Bar and Grill, which is a lot larger than that location.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about some of these dishes because you've got just about everything. You said the most popular thing right now there is this.
The quesabirria.
What is that?
Yeah, so it's beef birria. It's braised, slow cooked, shredded. You pretty much have tons of cheese in there. It's crunchy. Dip it in the broth, and it's one of the best dishes that I think has been popular everywhere now.
Yeah.
So that's
you see all those stands and shops popping up selling the quesadilla.
Correct. So everybody's pretty much
on board. Yeah. So right next to that, you've got a dessert, and I'm intrigued by this because it looks like what do they call it? Crepes? Yeah.
They're homemade crepas with Nutella, and we also have candy pecans, seasonal berries, and then
but Nutella. But what else is in it?
Plantains.
Plantains.
So that's the best part, definitely.
Okay, sounds good. So that is part of this special menu.
Yeah, that's the dessert option.
That's the dessert option. Okay, so here?
Here we have some enchiladas poblanas, which are stuffed with shredded chicken, topped with queso fresco, sour cream, and a poblano cream sauce. And then the next one up is the camaron.
We'll talk about the drinks after this, but let's talk about
the next one is camarones al mezcal, which is sautéed with like a butter, mezcal, sauce that's really like kind of garlicky as well. So if you like garlic, or if you're a garlic lover, that's one of the options.
And your chef, and tell me a little bit about him, because he created
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of these specifically
Of course.
for Latin Restaurant Weeks.
Right, so this is a good opportunity for him to just kind of expose his talent, you know, come up with some new dishes that we don't have on the menu. So, like, go ahead, go bananas, do what you want to do.
Okay, and this is what he gave you. I think
Right.
he did a pretty good job,
Awesome,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Okay, next up here, we've
That
got the
one's
last one, right?
The taquitos ahogados, pretty much they're crunchy tacos, but they're soaked in a green roasted tomatillo sauce with the queso fresco, I think it's pickled cabbage,
Okay.
radishes, and sour cream, I believe.
Yeah, it's a lot to remember.
Definitely.
And then last up, this is the empanadas.
So we did pretty much a twist to this, to the quesabirrias, pretty much just cheese and birria inside the empanadas.
Okay.
Dip them in the broth, pretty much
Okay.
the same concept as this.
And the drinks, I love that you've got the bottomless mimosas. I mean, these look beautiful, but for brunch, you've got the bottomless mimosas.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
so-
good. So that's August 16th through the 30th,
Through the 30th.
2 entire weeks. And again, every restaurant has a special menu. You can catch it at LatinRestaurantWeeks.com if you want to go through the list and get more information on how much they're charging. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us.